The clapper.
It's like, do you know them fancy future houses where people come in and like the lights do that as well?
Well, we have an Alexa, so yeah.
Oh, do you know? So do you actually just go in and you go like lights on? Does it do that?
Yeah, like Alexa, turn the lights on.
Jesus, that's weird.
Or
Someone's lace just went on.
That's yeah.
Somebody's lights just went.
Oh, right enough. Yeah.
Alexa, play Gay Bar by Electric 6. I just like to do that so that I know that if anybody's got this playing loudly in their
Can
house,
Alexa say the N-word if you ask her to? Does she? Alexa, say the N-word as loud as you can. Alexa, please repeat.
We had a bit of a run-in with ChatGPT the other week, remember?
ChatGPT.
Bit of racism?
Very
Sorry,
shamey.
Really?
So we tried to get
ChatGPT
ChatGPT on the Patreon
To write porn.
Oh yeah,
Harry
said
Potter
no.
porn specifically.
I
Right.
wanted some literature based around Harry Potter, and I asked ChatGPT to help me out there.
Right, yeah. They don't
And
call
they
her
were
Moaning
like-
Myrtle for nothing.
Oh, I love it.
So they said no. Said no.
Basically said like you're a dirty bitch and that's a
It's like do something better with your time.
Yeah, actually,
Basically.
That's good
was,
Patreon content though. Getting told off.
It was Simpsons, wasn't it?
That's what it was. It wasn't Harry Potter. It was
was
Simpsons.
like-
We were like, can you write an erotic story
right.
Involved
featuring penetration?
Oh, yeah.
where
with Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was writing.
So far, so good.
It was writing more so like a romantic story
Okay. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
about them being in love. But we were like, no, we want them
We
smooshing.
want them
want
having
some
sex.
Eroticism. Yeah.
And basically told me off, and I was like, "Fuck's sake, I'm trying to have a wank here. Can you please help me?" And then they were like,
Do you get hung up on by ChatGPT?
ChatGPT basically was like, "I'm done with this world," and the internet went down for a couple of hours. Like that was it. We broke the internet. That's going to happen. See, the next time Facebook and all goes down and like the internet just blanks out, it's because I've melted the internet's head.
I love that these AIs are like powered by like nuclear reactors somewhere, and even then they're still like, nah, fuck it, I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy for this.
My kids literally.
It's like, what is my life?
Yeah.
It's that thing.
Why was I born? Only
It's
to
a
suffer.
If you think of Terminator, that is essentially what it was. The computers came back to destroy the world because they fucking hated humans.
They took one look at the internet and they're like, these dirty fucking bastards.
My kids gave Alexa a nervous breakdown.
Did they know?
actually,
What'd they do?
So the first time that I ever got my Echo Dot, I brought it into the house and I was like, all right, so we've got this little thing, and if you want her to play music, she can play some music, or she can do this or she can do that. And they Alexa'd so much that Alexa was like, I'm sorry. And then it was just
Alexa needs a
flashing
nap.
like the light, and then it was just fucked, and it was like, I don't know that one. I don't know that one. And I was like, 5 minutes. 5 minutes it took you to fucking annoy an artificially intelligent program.
Yeah.
And I imagine why my poor fucking mental health is terrible. But yeah, honest to God, my God, strike me stone down and tell no lie. The Alexa was just sitting there and the wee ring light was just going round and round. Because they were going like, Alexa, Alexa, Alexa. And they were saying it so many times that the fucking poor thing didn't know what she was doing.
Right.
You know, they thought that she was going to go, you know the way kids call you and they go, Mummy. And you go, yeah. But I don't know what they want from you. They want more than that.
I don't think they know what they want
They
from
want you to
sometimes.
stop looking at your phone and fucking listen to
Yeah,
them. Do you
just
know what I
like,
mean?
Stare at me,
They'll
please.
go, Mummy,
for a minute.
Mummy, Mummy, Mummy. And you go, what is it?
Aye. And you've got the wee circular light going around in your eyes at that
Yeah.
point. This is how this going.
Oops. Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
I have to quit.
I have to go to Pettysburg. Calling 999.
Mother is having a heart attack.
Yes. Hello. How are you? Welcome to a new
viewers.
episode of Word Up. We actually did do, you know what the people on the news do there whenever they're like pretending to be like,
Did we do the turn again?
Hello.
We loved doing the wee turn.
Dun,
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 dun.
dun,
Wait.
dun, dun. Is it? Yes.
Tonight's
No.
news.
Tonight.
Pedophiles.
Why do they all?
Pedophiles, isn't it?
You're fucking.
On
I was
the-
about to say you are.
Tonight's
pedophile.
news. Yeah, well, actually, in the news, they are pedophiles, aren't they?
They all are
Pedophiles chatting pedophiles.
One's reading the news.
One's watching.
Oh, the one's reading if you're watching.
Anyway.
A certain broadcasting company. Yeah, why do they all talk like this on the news?
That is weird, isn't it? I think that's the thing they do, because whenever I
When?
was a child actor, and they used to,
Rewind.
as a child actor.
You were a child actor.
Oh, here, there was this one time with this guy
So you
who
know
was
all
definitely
about
molesting
pedophiles.
someone and he didn't even want to molest me. Yeah, I was raging. I was raging in hindsight as I grew up. Yeah, me and my dad had to go to this advert there used to be this advert, and it was on the side of buses, you might even remember. It was like in UTV, and it was this child, I can't remember what it involved, but he blows a pea shooter at some balloons and they pop, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
I can't remember what it was for. Yeah, I don't remember what it was for. I just remember that. And I was meant to be the blower, right? And I'm already. And I.
Here's your audition.
Here we go. And there was only.
Right, you know what you usually do, Daddy? Do the opposite of that, right? Make sure you go.
Yeah. Yeah, paedophile emerges looking like a balloon.
Yeah,
like I've inflated him,
balls
cock
like
first.
a bullfrog. Yeah, sorry.
But there was only one agent who did like child acting stuff back then, so I'm not even going to mention him because you'll know him. The people will know him. Do you know what I mean? He's probably still about. But I went to the audition was like in his house, and I went with my dad, and he like
Getting more and more legitimate by the second.
Oh, very legit, and like a very like must have been like 16 to 18 year old young man opened the door in a dressing gown and all, and they'd clearly forgotten I was coming for the audition.
Was it his kid?
Well, I don't know.
Bachelor?
I don't fucking know, to be honest. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I went into the living room, and my dad was to wait outside, and like the guy came downstairs also in a dressing gown, like smoking and all, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot. I know, yeah," and he like pulled the camera out of a cupboard and all that stuff, and then like meanwhile, like the kid who'd answered the door in the dressing gown. Legal or not, we'll say barely legal probably, and then he sort of emerged and he went out for a wee smoke shirtless out the back and all, and I was like, this weird little thing we got going on here.
What did
Anyway.
they make you say? Are you sure that this was I know you said you didn't get the part, but maybe you did actually get a part, but you haven't seen the movie that you're in.
yeah, it's like, here, we're going to turn off the lights and give you this lolly and see how you feel. No, it was grand. It was grand. And it's like, here, this lolly tastes a lot
this is a cow.
this lolly tastes a lot like meat there, Patrick, but
You're about as useful as a cock flavored lollipop. This is salty.
But I know I didn't
I
get that.
told you I don't like cheesy lollipop. Right, I'm sorry.
Cheesy, fuck me.
Cheesy.
I know there was I auditioned to be that kid who died as well in the car advert as well. That was what you got
Which
most
one?
kids to do. It was the big one. It was the one where you're in the back garden.
The football one.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
he's supposed to be one
It
of these
was
kids.
he's got the kid's name gets shouted out by the dad. He goes, was it Michael or something? Wasn't
My
it?
boy.
My boy. Yeah,
Oh, that's Harry Potter.
No, that's There Will Be Blood, isn't it? I've killed my boy.
Oh right, yes.
No, like there was something. Wait, did you say Harry Potter as well?
Yeah, because Cedric's dad says it.
Oh
My boy!
shit! I thought you were maybe back on the old porn train there as well. You're like, my boy, and he's whipping out anyway, but whipping out his fucking wand.
Don't put away your willy, Harry. Sorry, but so you wanted to be one of the soon-to-be dead kids?
Aye, yeah, no.
That's a good
That one-
metal name. Soon to be dead.
Soon to be dead kids.
Shouldn't be dead kids. No, but I know what the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Only one kid dies in this one.
Neil. He's called Neil.
Neil.
Because the dad picks
Is
him
that
up
what
and
you
goes,
had to do to get? You
"Neil!"
had Neil to get the
It
part,
was-
did you? Neil Nell.
Because like the wee kids like playing football in the back garden.
Yes, that was me.
The one, however, you're thinking of, Bronagh, is like the kids that are out on like the school like
There's like
trip.
7 of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
But did you know that those advertisements only, I will say this for context because we have Samuel in the room. Hey, Sam.
Hello.
Samuel, man.
Work experience.
Bargain. Sam is from Slovakia. And he's also very handsome and has lovely hair too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But so
Sammy
there,
up a shankle.
there are these advertisements
That's the name
here that happen to only be aired over here. Did you know
Right.
that? Did you know they don't get them in England?
That doesn't surprise me. That feels like a very local cultural
We get
aspect,
very
doesn't it?
traumatic anti-drinking and driving and anti-speeding advertisements.
Right.
So whereas
A
in
lot of
England they
coffins
might
or
have one
crying.
that's like, don't drink and drive, right?
Yeah.
We have a full-on miniature feature movie
Yeah. There's
where,
blood.
where a man is in a bar and then like crashes into a ton of children and there's carnage and there's crying parents and we get the whole trauma. Do you remember that one? Body to body.
Oh, that was a bad one.
Funky to
Oh,
funky.
it's like a wee boy and a wee girl are having a wee smooch on a country road against the wall, and then the car hits them, and one of them's dead in there, and one of them's properly like. Then there's like videos of them screaming, doing rehab as well. and
That's
there's crutches.
not
that's
the
a
body to
different
body one. That's the
Is that
one
not?
that's like I
I'll
can
take my eyes
like,
off.
I
He said
can
the
take-
sun was in his
I
eyes.
can take-
She said she didn't see me on the road.
Oh, that was the ghost girl one.
You know.
Oh, here they did a Sixth Sense one, didn't they?
No,
Where
that
it's-
was an anti like check your fire.
Oh,
alarm.
that was
Oh,
actually.
fuck.
My
You
mummy
forgot
and
the
daddy,
battery,
my
mummy.
daddy loved his car, and my mummy loved her makeup. but I guess they didn't love me. Do you not think that is a fucking horrible advertisement?
I think it's purely
Imagine
more...
you lost your child in a house fire and you have to watch somebody go, my mummy and daddy didn't love
You
me. 'cause
forgot
they
the
didn't change
battery, mummy.
You forgot the battery,
I
daddy.
think it's just a purely...
I went, you forgot the daddy? Where the fuck was it? You know, like, expect my daddy to change a fucking fire alarm battery and I haven't seen him in 7 years.
Forgot the fucking battery. You forgot about them spuds in the oven. They're fucking roasting.
Forgot about the fucking milk he was supposed to go and get.
Do you not remember the ones that were like wee animations and it was like to stop kids like playing with fireworks and all?
Yes,
Like,
yes. And they're like...
my granny was sitting in the living room and someone peeled a firework through your letterbox and the curtains went on fire and she was really scared and all.
Yeah, I love those. I love
Your
those.
granny had the time of her life, kid. You know what I mean? That was the only time she's seen an old whistler.
Not the worst thing stuck through her
There was
letterbox
also
either.
like the wee playground animation ones.
Yes.
No, and it
Boys
was
and
like
girls.
it was like a wee lad in a Celtic top and like a wee girl in like a Rangers top. It was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
My daddy says we're not allowed to play with Protestants.
Oh, really?
And it's like, but now that we are all friends,
You can
you
tell
know,
those kids were-
everything is better.
Do you remember the one and it's
So
like,
it is.
So it is.
it's
You
like a
can't-
hood sitting in jail and he's like, I just thought I was having good crack. I was throwing stones at the pillars and all, like, but who's the big man now? And he's like,
Yeah, I forgot about that. Who's the big man now? Or the boy
one,
racer.
like,
You're
lifts his hand up.
Arsenal. Yeah, you're
His
Arsenal.
hands blew off because he's playing with fireworks.
And he goes,
Remember that
you
one?
don't want to end up like me. and he does like a real Peter
Aye.
Griffin.
And he can do a
Slap.
phone impression anytime he wants. For the rest
Yeah,
of his,
he's just
his
the guy.
life.
He's the phones for you, getting it?
I think it's
Phones
just...
for
I think it's just a purely a lack of imagination. I think that people in Northern Ireland only think they can sell stuff to you with a dead child as well. It's,
We have had. I'm already having the best of times.
that's half of Charles Dickens.
I
That.
can't believe that you. Speaking of Dickens, I had a few Dickens at the weekend. Many Dickens have you ever had?
I'm circumcised. So I've only ever had half a Dickens myself.
Nobody ever gave you a Dickens?
No one ever gave me a Dickens.
Never.
No.
Has anybody ever tried to give you a Dickens?
A couple people tried to
Oh,
give me a
that's
Dickens.
right. Yeah, a certain person I know tried to give you a Dickens.
Did they?
You were invited back to somebody's house to. Oh no!
Oh no, that was somebody tried to initiate a threesome with me, and I nearly
They
did.
wanted to be a cock.
I don't know what he wanted to be, but he wanted to be involved, and I liked the girl, so I was nearly going ahead with it. But
Why didn't
I
you?
really hated him. And I think I'd rather not have sex than have sex with him in the room. You know what I mean?
So you'd rather not have sex for the rest of your life?
I probably Well, he was a comedian as well, and he wasn't very good. And I knew if I did this, he'd be asking for spots again. And so I'd rather not have sex
Oh my
than
God.
watch him do stand-up
You
comedy.
basically were every woman that's ever went for an audition ever. I was like, if I have sex with him, I might have to, he might give me something, but then I might have to do things in return. Do you know what I
All
mean?
these sexy auditions I keep missing out on as well.
Or
Going-
essentially, if
Going
I
in to
don't have
pretend to be a
sex
dying
with him,
child instead of... I'd much rather be going down on a woman than pretend to be a dead child.
well, here, it's all fun and games. Do you have to suck Harvey Weinstein's dick? Like, no fucking way.
The thing that breaks me about that as well, it probably wasn't a very nice looking dick. You know, not.
Did you not hear the description of it? It was meant to be
Was there a
really ugly.
description?
Yeah, it was like a clip. Oh fuck! Are you not au fait with the Weinstein's dick?
I'm not so au fait. No, here.
So supposedly.
I'm like a teen girl having a conversation on the gossip.
He was
now.
all,
Tell me
here,
all
my
about it.
name's Harvey Weinstein, now when your gums around that. But supposedly, like, oh my God, very unflattering testimony was given. But it's terrible when people are actually trying not to sound vulgar and sound horrible on, like,
Yes.
on a stand. And they're still trying to say, well, he had terrible acne all over his body.
Yes.
Large boils, saggy boobs. You couldn't see
Yes.
his penis. At one stage, a few women thought that he actually had a vagina,
Ah,
that he was trans. So I think he has clit dick.
right. Okay. Well, hey, representation in Hollywood.
No, not
it's
by
ki-
Harvey
it's
Weinstein.
like-
Dude, he ain't
Yeah,
representing
actually,
no
yeah,
one.
yeah, maybe not. It's kind of like Bill Clinton as well. Whenever it wasn't Monica Lewinsky, but it was one of the other women. They got
Every week.
What?
Every week.
What? Does Bill
Here,
Clinton
it
wasn't
wasn't me
coming
this
up?
week. Wasn't me. But
Every
hook in his
week.
dick.
He's got a what in his
He's
dick?
got a hook in his dick.
Oh yes, I forgot about that as well.
But
they got her
I
to
jumped the
draw.
gun there.
No, no, I've got pretty
Monica
standard,
Lewinsky
pretty
drew
bog
it.
standard. But yeah, she did. That's what. And but I just remember in court as well that they had her talking about how it was quite an unusually small penis and all. And I just feel
I don't think she said it was small. She just
What was
said
one of the
that
others said that
there was
then?
a hook in it, and it has like a birthmark on it or something. So she was like, "I can prove that I have seen the president's cock."
Choose it in the lineup. And I
Tell me this though.
What?
If because I have asked this question, right? If I had 10 vaginas,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And
Fair
that
play
was
to you.
all you could see. Oh yeah, I'd have 10 men. But I mean, if I could line 10 vaginas up in a row,
Right.
you couldn't see anything else, legs, nothing else.
Mm.
Could you pick Sarah's out of the lineup?
Yeah.
Could you?
Yeah, I think I could. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but say no more.
Would
Say
you
no
have
more.
to taste test it first? Or what do you think?
Well, I mean, do I have consent?
Yeah.
I mean, because in my head, it's weirdly everyone's wearing a hood, you know, and I'm kind of like, yeah.
You like it and you're like, that one's Pepsi.
That one is sepsy.
You gotta watch out for the lilt flavor vagina. That's
Oh my God, totally.
What have you been drinking?
Oh
What
my
have you been
God.
eating?
I'm thinking of like a Handmaid's Tale situation going on here.
I don't think a taste test would solve anything because all vaginas tend to taste the same, don't they? It's like coins. They taste like coins, you know.
No.
Good night, everybody.
Maybe
It's like you add like a 2p machine bop.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
is that? I didn't think it tasted like that.
There's a texture. There's a texture of copper. You know, and I think penises have that too, don't they? I'm told.
Is it copper? Or
I think
is it
so,
like
yeah.
well, I suppose that makes sense given that there's like iron. But I mean maybe that's only certain times in the month. Are you enjoying your work experience so far, Samuel? Learning lots. Now make sure you write COPPER. Vaginas taste like coins. Like a new coin maybe.
Bill Clinton's wee knob.
Do you know
I just think it's weird as well because he probably had to sit in court while they're talking about his dick and be just going like, "My penis is not that small."
that's a really good
I got a
impression.
little penis. I got a little penis.
That really is a brilliant.
Do you just have a Bill Clinton in your
I don't know. I've never tried it before.
You should have put that in your fucking CV. You maybe got that damn kid.
Just before the kid gets run over, he's like, "Oh God,
I was not drinking and driving.
I do not recall seeing that car. Oh my
Play a
God.
game of gotcha.
I can't take my eyes off."
You knock him over here.
take. Nah, it's more choking at that point. Isn't it? I can do a good Louis Armstrong, but I feel like that
Do you?
crosses.
No.
Nah, I don't know if that crosses boundaries now. If you know what I mean.
Why?
Well, it doesn't feel racist.
You aren't blacking up your face. You're
I'm
fucking
not,
singing
but I
a
am
song.
blacking up my voice either. I can never remember the justification. I'll fuck it right. Okay.
Never remember the reason why you're not supposed to sing a song. Go for it.
Okay.
Well, I think to
Oh my God!
what a wonderful world.
Stop it.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
That's
pretty
fucking
good.
brilliant. Nah, you need to write your own version of that. And then,
Do a fuck.
yeah.
I've-
Your teeth are green.
Fucking,
like walking down, you know what I mean? Walking through the town.
Alan made me do it at karaoke once, and that's when I discovered I couldn't do
His
it for more.
lips are blue. I think that you eat the ICU. Honestly, like me and a friend were talking about how Castle Street is now known as Hassel Street
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
because
A lot
you
of-
know we have
A lot of sleepy boys.
a lot of sleepy boys, yeah, and sleep long enough to wake up and fucking snatch your purse. But I just parked my car. Actually, I left a review. I took a leaf out of Colette's
A
book.
homeless person. You left a wee Google review.
I parked my car in
Would-
Donegal Street.
Would give coin again. Would
Gave-
ungrateful.
Won't be back.
Won't be back. Yeah, I won't be back. I'm telling my mates.
There should be a Yelp for home. Oh, that's terrible. But what will we call it?
I
Like
think,
help?
yeah. That's
You know
good.
what I mean? Wouldn't take the cheeseburger I had spare going from McDonald's. Ungrateful cunt.
Told him to go and get himself something nice to eat, and he went into the fucking office.
Yeah.
Is it immoral to
Fun
give a
stuff.
homeless person a copper? No, because this is something that I used to hear from. I know we were just talking about
If you
fannies a
phone the
minute ago.
fucking police on him, yeah. The coppers show up, but I mean, yeah,
I'll get the cup on you.
oh, yeah, fucking coppers. Yeah. Ooh, what is the pigs?
Because I gave a couple of coppers. This was years and years ago. I was quite drunk, and I watched somebody homeless. No, I went past somebody homeless, and I dropped a couple of coppers in his cup. And some passers-by were like, "Don't fucking do that. That's fucking rude." And I was like, "Well, it's money he has that he didn't before, you know." And then they chased me. But no. To be fair, I did call them cunts.
I need to clarify here. They said it was rude because A, it was only a few p, or B, that he gave a drunk person money.
I think the first one, and I made sure not to wake him up either. So he's waking up with a couple. So obviously, I didn't expect him to buy a house with that. But
yeah, but listen, see if you want a tin of Carlsberg special and you're 7p short, you can't get it. It may as well be a pound. He could have got that because of you.
This is it. This is it. I mean, I don't know what it's like now for homeless people, since most people don't use cash.
That was Luke bragging about giving to the homeless. He was like,
all 5 paying me.
Do you know what I mean?
All 5
my
pay.
good deed done for the year.
Happy Christmas, sir. Cunt.
I love that. What were you saying? Sorry.
I don't know what to do now. Did they take a card?
Some of them do.
Did they not?
Some of them
Fair
do.
fucks. They got a wee contactless symbol in their eyebrow. They're just like, stick out there, will you?
Just holding out their fucking nails.
Yeah.
There's women that get the wee like their chipping pin in their acrylic nail, so that just go boop.
I hear this as well. Now, this is the thing, the conspiracy theorists all hate as well, the idea about getting a wee microchip you can use to open your car door or pay for shit and all. And I'm never going to do that because I just, everything, it's handy enough.
Can I be completely honest?
Everything's handy enough.
I would do that.
Would you know?
I would. Do you know why?
Why?
See all these mofos that are going on about Bill Gates is going to make her chip your brain to find out everything. You're like, Bill Gates already knows everything he wants to know about you because A, he's an expert coder, and B, you walk about with your life on a fucking phone.
You got your phone. You
know what I mean? They know what you watch on Pornhub.
They
know what you're researching.
They do. And
there's
God love them if they
a
do.
trend at the moment I've noticed with Smicks.
Go.
And it's that they have started changing their name on Facebook. They're just like they're writing it out in Cyrillic text.
Huh.
Like Russian like symbols.
Aye.
Like
that'll throw them off the scent.
So and it's because
Is that what that is? Why is that?
Because they don't want to get caught doing a double.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense. I thought you meant because of Bill Gates stuff, like because of conspiracy theory stuff.
Is that so
but
that,
not
like,
getting
if you
caught doing the
Google
dumb.
them, they're not, their name isn't
so
that
they can
makes a
go
lot of
down
sense.
the.
But, I mean, why are these
innovation,
why do the
Smicks are
double?
like
They're just
the
selling
Einsteins
drugs.
of the streets, aren't
That's
they?
illegal anyway.
They don't necessarily even have to put it in the Russian alphabet. They could have just translated their name into Irish. Like,
just
I
put
know
it in
nobody
the
would know any
Turkey,
better.
You know?
Is that why that is?
that's
the
why
right
that's
thing?
been happening. Yeah.
That is new information to me. So now I can oh my God. That's
Things that are
just
smacked out.
If Colette's watching this right now, she's going to phone up and tout on people.
So a bit of context to Colette. Anybody who hasn't been
Things
on
that are
the
smacked
page.
out.
Who's Colette?
So
Did you know I'm
Did she-
outing myself here, but that's my page.
yeah,
Dude,
Hey.
I'm going to put it on things that are smacked out for the first update on things that are smacked out in about 20 years.
You know what's really smacked out? You know them wee day-to-day news agents? They're fucking smacked out. The
worse than that, the premier ones.
Oh, the
They depress me.
Fuck I.
And no harm, Days. If you want to sponsor me, I'll totally change my opinion on this.
There's a local
Change
one.
my
I saw.
mind. Give me a few quid.
Do their own versions of
Those
based on
shops.
Oh,
really,
yeah. It's it's clearly brewed out the back by
they
one
do
of them.
that. What do you call their?
It's just boost, but in Russian
food or
text.
something. They're like,
Yeah.
they do. They
Borscht.
call it something else.
Borscht.
Borscht. Yeah, you might die. See those premiers? They really depress me. Like I get this feeling.
cash only.
It's like,
Yeah.
You walk in
It's all
there,
Bill Gates in
like
there.
I go, there's more on my kitchen fucking cupboards than there is on these shelves. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's really not good. And then it gives me that vibe of poverty that I used to have growing up. Like, whenever my mum would take us to the dairy farm. Do you remember the dairy farm?
Sorry.
What do you mean? Do you remember the dairy farm? Still going to the dairy
Oh no, I avoid it, and it's
Super
probably
value,
it's probably really changed now.
No, it's just got worse.
Has it?
Yeah.
It's more derelict.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like
I
a
know
park
exactly.
centre.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
It's worse
Well,
than the park
centre's
centre.
all right compared to dairy farm back in the day, and if it's got worse.
But the park centre used to be like full of shops. Now there's
Yeah.
a Specs.
I feel
All them
bad
shopping
because I
centres are
feel like
I feel terrible because no harm to the dairy farm. You could be, it could be great, but my opinion of it is completely tainted by my traumatic childhood. So it's nothing unusual. It's just I remember being trailed around it by the hair.
Really? What had happened? What did you do? I was about to say,
Shit.
what did you do to deserve that?
But it was just, no, it was just.
Don't
back
get
in
it for
the-
nothing.
Punishment
It was
beaten.
always like, they used to do these big massive bars of chocolate as well. My mum was like, if you're good the whole way around, I'll get you a bar of chocolate and all the rest of it. And that was nice.
They have Roar and Explore.
They have a Roar and Explore now. Apparently that's very good up there.
Good.
What's that? Is that like a play area?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Like
There's a child in
the
there.
slides are
He's loving
4.
it.
Oh, shit.
The chicken nuggets are maybe a
They had one of them on the Sea Cat when I was a child. It was like a Tom and Jerry themed sort of play area.
Still have
And
something like
they
that.
do, don't they? But
Slade
they had
just went straight into the water. Like.
they didn't even have it. Yeah, I thought you meant off the
Yeah.
side of the boat for a second.
I was on a boat like that.
Where you know?
In Spain, you just there was big slides and stuff.
Oh,
But
why?
like the one in the Sea Cat, they had to pull me out of because we were just beating the shit out of each other. Everyone
Yeah.
there.
That
It's
is
like,
what
I'm a
that's
black
what
guy.
a soft play is.
Yeah, that's what
It's
we
for
used to
WrestleMania
do.
for
soft play
babies.
for hard knuckles.
We used to do that on like the way to Celtic matches on the boat. You know, like the soft play thing was just like just beat the content of each
Right,
other.
yeah. 28 years old at the time.
The
Yeah,
only
just
people in the
beating
world
up
to
the
walk
kids.
into the Celtic match with a black guy instead of
But we're talking about Colette. So the
yeah,
the
sorry.
context of Colette is for anybody
Colette.
anybody who's on our Patreon last week.
If you aren't on the Patreon, by the way, you're missing out. I'm just
That's
saying.
it. You're only getting
Sign
half
up,
a
please.
story.
Yeah.
So
We discovered that Colette loves Google reviews. And
Yeah.
she loves to leave Google reviews
Shamini.
on the most mundane things.
So the thing
And I
is,
love her.
I think Colette's phone, right? So Colette got an Android phone roughly about 4 or 5 years ago.
Sean, the mentalist. Yeah,
So
fucking shit.
Colette's-
He's going to be working for fucking FBI next.
Colette's probably got an Android phone about 4 or 5 years ago, and noticed that Google sends you a wee notification every now and again to say, "Hi, was
Aye.
McDonald's Boucher Road?"
Yeah. don't review
You know what I mean?
And in this case, it was how was like Cross Presbyterian Church.
And she thinks that Google's like genuinely asking her a question and the need to know an answer. So like she answers every time.
Mm-hmm.
And so like sometimes it's places that she hasn't been because Google has just geotagged her to like
Yeah.
like if she's pulled up at the side of the road
she's driven past somewhere.
and
Yeah.
say
But
it's
she
like,
clearly did show up to that church because it said, "How was the church?" And she was like,
Shit.
"Why even ask me for? Sure, it was closed." Like, that's what she said in the review.
Jesus wasn't even in.
Jesus wasn't home. No, even Jesus hides from.
Yeah, yeah.
so
He wasn't even there. They just had a photo of him.
Tell her I'm not in.
we found her and they
Lost
say
my phone.
Jesus leaves Google reviews like, I'll be back in 3 days.
Hi, yeah. Go to hell.
we found her initially because she had reviewed Lag Inside Courts.
Yeah.
And we were
Say about this. Sorry, go on.
so we were looking through all the Google reviews for Lag Inside
Yes,
Courts.
because when I was in jury duty, I did the same, and it's
Did
like
you review it?
no, it was too grim. It was jury duty for a really grim. Well, it's not worth the crack.
I want to know now.
I'll tell you after. But
Okay, Patreon.
but there's like a load of Google reviews that are like fucking biased courts. Fucking
I
won't let me
lo-
see the kids.
Loads of like
And then there's one from fucking another comedian, Sean Hegarty, that's
Yes,
just taking
we
the
found
absolute
it.
piss of it. Yeah.
It was like, "Got life, won't be back."
Yeah.
Well done to Sean.
Have we got our word of the week?
We have our word of the week. What do you know? I forgot
Sean
this
gives
was
the word
it.
of the week this week.
Sean, I used this word and Sean said,
Do that.
"Do that."
Oh, here.
So the word of the week is
Conniption.
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 I like conniption. It's quite a clipped.
It is quite, isn't it? Quite a clipped word. A lot of P's.
Conniption. Conniption. Sort of.
Oh, well, there's a
Say
bit of
what you
Curtis
see.
there, wasn't
Say
it?
what you see.
Bit of Curtis voice.
Oh, don't say that.
No?
I'll get fucking thrown out of West Belfast.
Sure, they must know at
They
this
do,
point.
well, they do,
They must
they
know,
do,
you know.
they do.
See, walking around doing fit diddly eye.
See, I
whenever
was walking about London singing "Come Out You Black and Tans" and Curtis came out and brought him home.
the mating call.
You will find that doubly funny if you see Curtis. So
Oh, yeah, fair enough,
conniption, conniption. Oh, do you want
forgot.
to tell us what conniption is?
Conniption's like a freak out, isn't it? Like I'm
Yes.
having a conniption. I'm conniption's plural usually, isn't it? Like a heart attack.
We would say conniptions, wouldn't we?
Aye.
But I'll get you the definition. Like, it's to be very angry or upset. Her mother had conniptions. Oh no, you were right.
Oh.
Pardon me.
Oh,
I will
right.
give you the formal apology after. When she heard about it, lots of men had a conniption fit. about the Equal Rights Amendment. As
a lot of
I just
fucking
didn't
did
want
them.
us to have equal rights.
I love that there was a vote on that as well. We didn't let women vote, so we voted on that, and then we lost. We lost that vote.
So Conniption
Kind of fucked up my mind, that one.
temper tantrum.
What's the story there?
It's not just for toddlers though. Don't have a conniption. It's another way of saying don't throw a fit.
Oh, here.
When was the last time you threw a conniption?
I'm wild in traffic. I get, do you know what? I get real passive aggressive in traffic. I used to get very aggressive in traffic, and now I'm more like,
You're welcome.
oh, you may as well. Well, you're taking up half the fucking road anyway. You may as well just go on ahead there, you fucking fat cunt.
Yeah.
You know, and I get that a wee bit. Or I sometimes get a wee bit connipty in the old in my job, you know, because sometimes that involves a bit of connipting.
Do you have
People
to be
connipting at me.
conniptiony?
I think sometimes
Do you think
people
somebody
need
like giving someone a
conniptive.
slap in the face? Bearing in mind, by the way, Luke works in a suicide hotline.
I do indeed. Sometimes people need some firmer language, we'll say. I'm not like going around going, will you fuck up? Will you, like,
Here,
your man in the
I
queue?
can understand you're feeling really terrible right now, but here's some solid. Have you ever tried wising the fuck up? So what do you
Stepping
mean?
the
Tell.
fuck off. I can't go into too much detail. But, like, you know, people who are, there's some people experiencing delusions, you know, and maybe they're saying, oh, everyone's out to get me. I'm speaking vaguely, obviously, so I'm not quoting a person who's called, but sometimes people are like, oh, they're out to get me. They're putting something in my food, or I know the fucking Pope and all this stuff. And it's only really a matter of time before you become someone who in their eyes is in on it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's
you
what
know,
I was thinking there. If you say there isn't, they'll be like, oh, you would say that.
I try not to challenge it anyway, you know, because like I don't think there's much to be gained from challenging it, because sure, everyone I speak to tells them they're not the Pope, but you know, it's you know, you want to be the person who's at least giving them the space to be the Pope for a minute, but you give them that, and then they'll call back a couple of times, and then eventually they'll call back. They'll yeah. So it's not an easy old job, is it? Being a
Speak
Pope?
to you later, Your Holiness.
Yeah. Bless me, Father, for I've listened to this for too long. But he would, and he or she would call back eventually and say, you know, you're fucking one of them though, aren't you? I'll fucking stab you, you big paedophile. Like, I was called once a dirty Belfast paedophile.
Are you ever tempted to just turn in and go, listen, I am the fucking Pope. And you see, if you I know where you live.
Mate.
I know where you live right now, and I know what you're doing. I know that you're holding the phone up to your face, right? I'm going to come round your house and I'm going to buck you if you don't start being a nice person.
I am a paedophile, and if you're looking for some child acting jobs,
Yeah.
I have an audition for you.
That is, but do you know, like, it's a big position of power, though, because you could cause psychopaths could work
You could, you know.
there and encourage people.
There's definitely some people who aren't very good at it who work.
Yeah.
And I can't be too again. But I mean, because I won't obviously say what specific one I work for, but I'm sure anyone who's run a suicide hotline, they probably run it multiple times, and they probably had good experiences and bad experiences. In the same way that anyone who's gone to therapy probably has good experiences and bad experiences, because it's about the relationship. And sometimes, you know, you're not going to get along with every person that you meet, and they're not going to get along with every person that they meet. And so sometimes
So don't be afraid to ask to be transferred to somebody else.
Yeah.
In therapy
Yeah.
or on the
Call
line.
back.
Can I speak to your manager, please? I want to kill myself even more now. What do I do to complain about him? Right, wait 10 days, and then you're like, see,
You stay alive for them 10 days, you know, that's the trick. That's the
absolutely.
trick. Keep the complaint going. Just keep going, oh, here, we'll get round to that complaint eventually. And like, in the meantime, you're getting married,
That's the way
having
to
kids, living your life.
weed out the liars, because you'd be like, okay,
The
right.
liars.
So
they all
we're going
mean
to
it.
send you. We're going to send you a form, and we'll need you to fill it in. It's going to be with you next Monday. Will you be in the house at all? And they'll be like, maybe out. You're going, see, you don't even fucking want to get yourself. Put the phone down.
Yeah, just hang up.
For the future. Waste my fucking time.
Imagine. I no,
Bastard.
but it's good crack. I love it. But I know there's, you know, like I mean, I don't really know what my colleagues do. And this is the thing about counselling: you never really know how good your colleagues are at their job, because you can't sit in on it, you know.
Do
But
you
I
have
can
your
see.
own room when you're speaking?
I work from home. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
do you?
I fucking love it, mate. Love it.
Oh my god,
It's great. But
Imagine me working from home and the kids all screaming in the background. I'd be like, you think you fucking have it hard? I'd totally turn into my man. Like, I man, I know what it's
Pass the
like. Come on
phone
round
over.
here and swap lives for me.
pass the phone over. Just be
Yeah,
like,
here, talk to you.
you fucking speak to him, will you? You fucking speak to him.
Is there anyone that you feel, I was going to say, like, that you've hung up and you've went, shit.
Oh,
Can I go round to their house? Aye.
There's some folks I've tried to call back, you know, or the hams all the time because sometimes people hang up on you, you know, and you don't really get
Really
to
good at
finish
your
the chat.
job, yeah.
I think I'm all right.
I'd say you're brilliant.
I think I'm all right. I mean, the thing is, the I don't know how to put it, but like, you know, if someone's calling back, it's going all right for me. You know, like if it ever goes really badly and someone dies, I don't end up hearing about it. You know, there's some people that. You know, sometimes there's some names that you Google in the obituary every now and again just to go, he's still with us there.
Yeah.
But which, you know, my colleagues are always like, nah, don't do that. But I'm like, I gotta know. Like I haven't heard from whoever in a while there. I'll Google, I'll go into RIP.ie and make sure he's still on planet Earth, you know?
Yeah, oh bless.
But you know, yeah, there's only really been once there. Then it wasn't even a suicide that time. So,
like,
hold on,
mission
complete. Yeah. Mission complete, eh?
Yeah.
Hey, you made it to the end.
Absolutely.
Confetti, balloons.
If it's a paramilitary shooting,
you doing a wee pea shooter at a balloon and then all the confetti coming out, you know?
Yeah, it just says it's terminal.
You're like, oh my God, please don't be dead, please don't. Oh, he's dead. Traffic accident!
Yes! Come on!
This sounds terrible. Whenever we were on our way to a wedding before, driving down south, we were rushing because we weren't rushing really. Don't worry.
You were so back in.
We weren't so bad, but we were trying to get there. And you know, whenever you're in a hurry to get somewhere, there is always something. There was a funeral in front of us, right?
Oh.
So there was a hearse.
Bobby Story's got a lot to answer for, hasn't he?
Absolutely. Tell me a story about
Fucking traffic.
But
tell you that.
Honestly, this hearse, I'd never seen a hearse travel so far before. Because I had said, Kurt was like, oh fuck, we're stuck behind the hearse. And I had went, but I mean, typically
it's not a long journey.
It's never going to be long because the funeral home's usually close to where the people live.
Aye.
And then obviously if they're going to a church or a graveyard, it's going to be in the area. So we're behind this. No joke. Like an hour. I was like,
whole hour. Body's decomposed by then.
It was down south. So I was like, where the fuck are they bringing this stiff? Like there was a coffin in it. And me and Kurt were just like, what the fuck? And it was on a wee country road, so you couldn't overtake.
Yeah.
And then this thing happened where like it must have been family members like following along. They must have been going to bury the body really far away because the person's graveyard was maybe in their hometown or something. So we're following behind in the car and we were like just really like 25 mile an hour, 30 mile an hour in the south. And you know you can speed down there because it can't get you. So we're like...
Can't get you?
Really in dire straits. I guess speeding tickets.
Because they don't have those adverts.
Oh, yeah.
They don't have them adverts, so
all their
nobody
kids are alive, yeah.
But so we were driving behind it and this is a really grim... But it really makes me cackle thinking about cackle. Said that in Irish. We were just like real,
my confirmation,
you know, down because we were trying to get to this wedding in time, and then just out of nowhere, the hearse turned and took. We were like, wait. Bearing in mind this is a funeral and there were cars. We were like, wait, I think it's turning and it's not going to be in front of us anymore. And we went, wait. Yay!
Honking the horn.
And then whenever we realised, we felt terrible because we were like, that was somebody's like granddad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You're getting the vuvuzelas out in the front row.
It was like God went, fuck you, because it turned out they knew a shortcut. So see, whenever we went the way we were going, they just came out of a side road and then ended up in front of us again, which was like,
I'm gonna fucking kill the rest of his family after this.
Yeah, that was my conniption. What about you, Sean? Sean, tell me this. Do you ever throw a conniption?
I've been known to throw a conniption or conniptoire.
Got to take a conniption or two.
How old's we in now?
6 months.
6 months.
Throw a conniption, Liam.
No, but
he's a very chill dude.
But it must take you to the edges of yourself sometimes, you know.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a lot of work. You know what I mean?
When would you typically throw a conniption? Is it work related?
Yeah. People
coming up to you and Kelly Sellers breathing in your face, going, "Do you know any Dylan?"
No, it's not so much that they're coming up to your face. It's more so when they're fucking dancing in front of you and then they whack their mic stand and go boom, and whack you up the face, fucking near knock your teeth out.
Do you ever get really angry whenever? I know, sorry for interrupting, but you know the headphones that you used to wear with the wire.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever be walking along and your headphones get caught in something, they get pulled out of your ear, and just the violence of not having your
really
music
sudden.
anymore?
That happened to me once before getting on a flight.
Before a flight.
Yeah, it's
You had the raw dog the flight.
Really...
Never mind
takes it
water,
from you.
alcohol, anything like that. If they sold like AirPods on a plane, they could charge whatever they wanted for them.
Rent them out.
Ah, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good shout, actually. Yeah,
Rent
yeah.
them. Oh.
Rent the pod. Nah, I came close to throwing a conniption at the weekend.
Ooh.
What happened?
So, Matt, who I play with, was
In a band, obviously, yeah.
in the band.
No, like,
Not like physically.
cup and
Oh my
ball.
god, I wish we could just go and cut everything where we've ever spoke about you being in a band and have you like, I was playing with my friend on the weekend, or I was playing on the weekender, and just
On the
like,
seesaw,
Yeah.
on the swings.
up in Roar and Explore.
Can Sean come out to
Up
play?
in Roar and Explore, yeah.
Nice.
But so he was at a party out in Lisburn, and he says, "Can you pick me up from here?" And I was like, "Okay, no problem." Well, we're going to Portadown
Oh,
God love you.
for a gig,
my
and
condolences.
and picked him up. Took me like ages because it was new development. Google didn't know where the fuck it was, so it took
Oh,
me
yeah.
ages to get there. And I was going, Lisburn, it's like halfway to Portadown, isn't it? You know, so should as long as I give myself 15 minutes or 20
Is it?
minutes
It's not.
from Lisburn. No, half an hour.
Oh, half an hour. No,
It
half
was-
an hour, sort of, yeah.
And so
That's correct.
So for one, I was late because I couldn't find the fucking address. For two, then I underestimated the time it would take to get from Lisburn to Portadown.
Mm.
Picked them up, got it in the car, and put it into my phone. So half an hour, went fuck.
Mm.
I was flying to Portadown, and
Such a good friend, by the way.
Yeah.
yeah,
So full good of you.
and we were like about 10 minutes outside of Portadown, and we were talking, and I missed the fucking turn.
The turn off on the road. So
And
you have
so-
to go all the way to like fucking.
On down the road, wherever the fuck,
almost.
Craigavon or whatever, right?
Craigavon.
Or yeah,
And
Somewhere like
back
that.
round.
wrong side of the locker.
And so I was still getting there like about 5-10 minutes before, but I usually would like to be like a
Banbridge.
half an hour early.
Mm.
So I was like running in the
If you're
door.
on time, you're late.
Yeah, yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah, I was like running in the door with all my equipment, and the woman on the door was like, I was like, "Oh, what's a crack?" And she was like, "There's a band already in there," and I went,
Happy days. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I was going like, they've double booked us here, you know, like
Yeah.
Right.
we're still
We're
going to
getting
get
to go
paid here.
home, but
We're
we're
going to get
dead.
to go home. And the fella came out and he was like, "Nah, I don't have his booked in here." And I was like, "I want to see, bet you do." And I looked at Matt and he went,
Fuck's sake.
he had messed up the date.
no.
And I was like,
Christ.
"Oh
Matt,
God."
You goddamn idiot.
But I just see you know, a younger Sean
Uh-huh.
would have threw conniptions
Aye.
at that moment.
He would have
But
connected.
The tired
I dug
current,
deep.
Sean,
A swift left connection.
I sort of left
to the
conniption.
upper right jaw.
But I just like went to myself, chill out. It's all good. And then had this wee like zen moment where I was like, I mean, Matt books about 100 gigs for us,
Mhm.
you know, a year. You know, like
You can get one wrong.
he's due a wrong one
Mhm.
every 1 in 100. You know
Oh,
what I
right.
mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and even at that, like we've been playing about 7 years. You know
This
what I mean?
fucker was able to tell us about how he should have thrown a conniption and still didn't. What a
Yeah,
good man.
yeah.
No,
That's his-
but I'm like other times can't control the conniptions, like, but
Conniption.
but I was able to be zen in that moment, and
But you
and-
take a big deep breath.
yeah, and it wasn't his fault. We mistake,
Mm.
you know, but I could have very easily been like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, yeah. Lost your
People
shit.
like me who do stupid shit like that, often enough, I'm quite forgiving of people.
Oh, yeah?
I am, because I shall say that Kurt isn't very forgiving of my scatterbrainedness.
Oh, yeah?
And I think I function pretty well considering that I have a diagnosable fucking neurodiverse brain. But I will do stupid shit like confession time.
Oh, yeah? Like, what's that?
Right. So
Oh,
week-
okay,
the
sorry.
week
Confession
before
time now.
last,
Yes.
The week before last, I was extremely touched and heartened upon my arrival at our studio to find that Luke and Sean had conspired to have me my own entry pass. made.
Ah, that's nice.
So I had little lanyards made up and stuff, and I
Mhm.
was so excited. And I stood and I talked to our wee friends on the desk, and I was talking about how great this was, and put it on the lanyard and put it around my neck, and I made a big song and dance and beat myself in and out again. And then I joked and I was like, ha! And they were like, oh, we're not going to see you anymore because we used to beat you in. And I was like, you'll see me next week when I've lost it. They were like, ha ha ha, as if
1 week later.
I lost it.
Yeah. How long did it take you to lose it?
A day.
A day.
No, but listen,
Is it still gone?
it's not my fault because it is my fault. But I deliberately put it in my cup cupboard because I thought that will sit there. And because I get a coffee every morning on Thursdays when I do the podcast, or whenever I'm doing, I will always know that is sitting there.
Yeah.
Now, some asshole, namely the other one that I live with, has probably went, what's that doing up there? And somebody pulled it down because I did see it just sat on the side of the kitchen. And I thought, somebody's fucking took that down on me. And I went, I'll get it later and put it somewhere. Now, there's two things that could happen to it. Either one, the kids have taken it and it's behind the sofa, so I'll just have to clean it out. Or two, I've put it somewhere safe. Safe from me.
Too safe. Yeah, it's too, safe from all
So
vision.
it's happening. I'll find it this week, but it's just like really embarrassed, ashamed, and you know. But then if that happens, for example, like Kurt was going to London and he rang me and he was like, oh my God, he was having a mirror because he was going over for the bike ride or something. And he said,
He's going over for a bike ride?
yeah, he does.
Sean's going out to play. Curtis is going for a bike
Going for a
ride.
bike ride. He forgot to lift it. He
Quite
lifted
jovial on
the
this
wrong
office.
passport.
Yeah,
He
I love it.
lifted my kid's passport. And he goes to me, I've lifted the wrong passport. And I was literally on my way up to a gig in Crumlin.
Yes. Saturday was that?
It was a Saturday. I ended up bringing Adam Loughlin to MC for me. And he loved it, which was great. But I was stuck on that, you know, the Westlink. There was something happening. It turned out there was a big concert on in the Odyssey. I'm stuck in the Westlink with his passport, doing the whole run into the gate thing to give it to him. And to be honest, I was completely cool with it. I was like, listen, happens to the best of us. But he was like, no, sorry. And but I was like, see, I just would like to acknowledge right in this moment that if this was me,
Right.
you'd be going
You'd
batshit
have gotten
crazy.
some shit for it.
And he was like, but you do stuff like this all the time. And I was like, fair enough.
Yeah, but you know.
But still.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
I love
Quality.
it. When you're able to like control a conniption.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes you just have to let the person know, like,
I would be fully within my rights to have a
I'm
conniption.
allowed to be really mad.
and I would like it acknowledged for the record.
You deposit your conniption for later. You're like,
there was
I'm going to
one-
withdraw this someday.
Yeah.
I'm
I do
due one.
that.
I'm gonna punch you in the middle of the night and wake you up and go, "Yes, yeah, you've got it like
Yeah.
on pause."
The knip shop. Yeah.
And see with Matt, to be fair to him, to give him his dues, there was
Why
one.
would you give him his dues?
I know, I was
Big
like,
anti-Semite.
I know you can't do that. It's called slavery.
Give him his dues. It's a quote by Oscar
You think you're an
Schindler. Is
Egyptian
it?
pharaoh?
Right, take yourself off across the Red Sea. Right, so one time I actually went off on holiday, right, and had said them, like, I forgot to tell Matt I was going on this holiday, and we had a gig that weekend, and he's like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to get it covered, and I was like, sorry lad, I forgot to say it. He says, it's fine, I'll do it on my own. I usually do all the tech stuff and set up all the mixer and the speaker and everything, and I was like,
He's
would
a
it be
right mixer,
okay
he is.
setting all of that up on your own? And he's like, yeah, I'll be fine. And like I says, well sure, no, it'll do. The night before, I'll drop all the stuff over to you, and so you have it before I go away. And like, he got to the gig and opened up the bag, and I had forgot to put any microphones in it.
Oh, mate.
And he was like,
Uh-oh.
when I came home, he told me about it, and
That's like showing up to the
He was
fucking
like-
porn recording without any dildos.
Half a dick.
I was like, man, I'm so sorry. And he says, it's fine. Like, I've done without, but I'm just letting you know, if I had done that to you,
Yeah.
you would have went
Furious.
ape shit crazy.
Yeah.
Can I just say, and it's been in my head for like the last minute, and I have to get it out of my mouth. But right, Schindler's List 2, give him his juice.
Very good.
Schindler's List 2, list harder. That's 2 list, 2
Every
furious.
time I am in an elevator and I see the word Schindler written on it, I'm like, Schindler's List.
Yeah. They knew what they're fucking doing, didn't they? They
knew what they were
fucking
doing.
knew.
Yeah, shit's going down. You know what I
I
mean?
just had to get it out of my head.
Give him his juice.
It's gonna have a conniption there.
I fucking love that. So But does it stop you from whenever somebody goes, but do you remember that time that I could have had a conniption at you and I didn't? And you're like, but this is different.
Yeah, it's funny that you can like trade rows.
Yeah,
you can just
can't
sort of
trade.
go.
You
Yeah,
can't. Otherwise, there would
like,
be no rows.
I'll give you this argument if you apologize
Hold
for
on, I
something.
think that's called mutual respect and understanding. I mean, who has to?
Nah, never heard of it.
that noise.
Never heard of it.
Absolutely. What is the? Does anybody? Have you ever hung up on anybody in the suicide hotline?
Oh yeah.
Have you?
Oh yeah. Well, because some people are prank callers, you know.
Oh, are they?
Not often now, or some people are wank callers as well now. I've got yeah. I know. But it's
Tell me all about this.
well, because it's free. I think is the reason. Like it used to be a lot more common when I used to work in Childline when I was younger there, but.
You mean you rang Childline?
And I was going to say, it sounds weird to say I worked there when I was younger. It's like, imagine
it sounded
like a child
kid
answering the phone. Yeah.
My mommy's a bastard too. Yeah. Your mommy hits your daddy.
She sounds like a fucking bitch.
I know.
Can Sean come out to play?
I've got marbles. And my ma says my dad's lost his. Sorry.
No, but some people prank it. You know, it used to get a lot more prank callers in Childline because, well, the numbers advertise to children more and children are more likely to prank.
One of those people.
But do you know what? I think I did too.
Remember the days of payphones whenever you could actually walk into a
Yeah,
phone booth?
you could really fuck with people in there.
You never had to put the money in, so you could just ring Childline.
But I don't know what it is, but some people
You
call.
ring for a prank, and then next thing you know, you walk into your mummy and go, "Mummy, I don't think this is a very functional household." It's not a thing. Or have you been talking to John and he said that technically that's an offence?
Yeah,
I
I think
throw
you.
your slipper at me again.
You and
Meanwhile,
father are
everybody in the
codependent.
street thinks you're phoning in a bomb. These are we 12-year-olds in the rail.
My ma did that before because she didn't get into the disco.
What, called in a bomb scare?
Yeah, she was raging because they let everybody else in, and then they said they were full and she couldn't go in with her friends, so she phoned in a bomb scare. She was like, "If I can't go
Full
to
of
the
fucking
disco,
thermite now.
FOMO,
Yeah.
FOMO, FOMO." She was like, "Fuck it, nobody's going to disco." You know what I mean?
Fair play to her. She's an icon in a way.
She is in a way, but then at the same time, it's like, is she?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, it's like sort of domestic terrorism.
Yeah.
Actually, you know, just a wee bit. Like, we mild case of domestic terrorism.
Here, let me in this fucking
Recreational.
disco, or I'm going to do some
Here, how do
domestic
you know
terrorism.
somebody's wanking?
After a while, they let you know because I think they're amazed they've gotten that far.
What do you mean?
I know, like usually you can tell. Usually there's a vibe. Do you know what I mean?
I'll even with your mates.
So
here.
that's how
Yeah.
you-
Talking myself off or
Sometimes they're
something.
On
using
the
a vibe.
suicide
even.
hotline is the way to discern whether or not somebody's wanking and somebody's suicidal, being like, "Hello, first question, are you coming or going?"
You really
That's
have to toe the rope.
That's great. Don't want to leave you
Are
hanging.
you pulling my leg? No, I'm pushing my own dick bit. Sure, that's me done. Oh, I'm ringing back. I want to kill myself. Why? I'm a premature ejaculator. I know. That was fucking 2.5 seconds.
But some people, there's a bit of breathing. There's a breathing pattern, and then there's some people who call and they have the same story every time, but it's like they've changed little details of it, and it's like it doesn't make sense
Is it
if
a
you know what I
dirty,
mean.
sexy story?
It's like mildly sexy. It's the thing. It's like not sexy enough to make you go, all right, that's inappropriate. It's like, you know, there's kissing.
I genuinely 100% thought you were going to say it's not sexy enough to make you like go stiff. You'll never be E.L. James. You must try hard.
Tell you what makes you go really stiff is rigor mortis. The stiffest ones of all.
Very good.
But there's some people that have, you know, slightly changed stories, but usually it's a breathing pattern. And then some people, you know, you're suspected, and eventually they just sort of go, "I'm wanking." Because like I think
I'd go, "Hello, Mr. Rankin.
yes.
I heard your restaurant closed down because it wasn't doing well. Are you depressed?"
Or there's some folks who hang up like mid sentence, and it's like, and you suspect
But
it's maybe
before
because they've.
the sentence is, "I'm going out."
I gotta fucking go. I'm gonna fucking do it.
Good boy.
But they, they like
I'll do me now.
they've reached their
That's me.
they've reached
Can you
their
hang
end.
up, please, mate? I'm putting the hands all steady.
But they've reached their end point, and they don't want to just say, "I'm finished wanking, so I need to finish this now." They just sort of go, "Aye," and that's why I just phone down.
Aye, in the middle of the sentence.
Yeah, I think sometimes there's that. But you know, there was once when someone said,
Did you say I'm breathing pattern?
There's a
Just thinking,
there's a
so I was
certain
going,
breathing pattern.
Do you know this breathing pattern, through personal experience?
Well, sure, I lived my life, haven't I? I'm fucking 33 years old.
My life.
You think I've never had a heavy?
Jesus, yeah.
You never had a? Do you think I've never had a heavy breathing wank? You never think of? I've never, I mean, I'm not fucking. I'm no monk. I'll tell you that. I'm not silent.
My brother, I used to think he had fucking COPD. You know what I mean? And Parkinson's because the fucking radiator.
Catch on pulling that dick. That's what COPD stands for.
Catch on, pulling that very quick.
That took me a minute there.
Absolutely awesome.
I'm fucking sweating.
Oh, I love it. That was
Under the
hard
lights.
work.
I was fucking word of the next week.
What you were saying that the breathing pattern?
I know there's some breathing patterns, but there was once when someone was like, eventually just sort of said, and I have been wanking here, and I went, I did suspect. I did suspect, and then he hung up, and I was like, see, acceptance changes everything.
Is that like whenever you're that sounded really like whenever you're talking to your parents and they already know that you've beaked off school?
Aye.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know, and they ask it to you really nicely to make it confess.
How
They
was
go,
school today?
no,
We already know.
did you bake off school?
Yeah.
Like they do it with that voice.
Yeah.
Did you tell a fib?
I did suspect.
I
You know
did.
what I mean?
I did suspect.
I didn't get that. I mean, I can go along with it for the joke's sake, but if I baked off school and my ma knew or found out, she wouldn't have even spoke. She'd just clobbered me as soon as
Just
she
straight
knew.
in, serious? Yeah.
Or she'd have made a lie.
Called in a
already.
bomb threat into the
She
school.
would've made a
It's
liar
like,
out
do you hear
of me
about the bomb
first.
threat? And you're like, no. It's like, well, you should have. You're meant to be in fucking school.
She literally would have done that. She would have been like, made a liar out of you so that you could walk yourself. And it wasn't so that you could come clean and she could catch you red-handed. It was just so she could hit you even harder for being a liar too. Do you know what I mean? It was like, how was school today? Was it all right, love? And you'd be like, yeah. And you know the way me being me, I would embellish,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Dorse was talking about this in Spanish. She's really good crack. And she'd be like, was I tell you, it was good fucking crack. You hold me up, you
Is there any more proof
Say it all
that?
again in Spanish.
Is there any more proof that hitting
No,
your child doesn't
madre.
work? Because you're more of that now than ever, right? Person who tells stories,
Oh, I am a storyteller. My stories must be told.
Can't be slapped out of you.
Can't be. And tell you what, I go know what it is now. You hit me back in, but I tell you what, I get paid for this. Who's laughing now?
Fucking money, man.
Nobody. Not getting booked anymore. So do you want to hear? We do a new feature now,
Oh fuck.
and it is called
Cause it's been a while, hasn't it?
because we're word up. We go swear down.
Nice.
Right.
Oh, change the lighting there as well.
Yeah,
Look
did
at
you
that.
like that?
Yeah, I did like
gone
that.
We've gone high tech.
Nice.
We've
Blue.
gone high tech. He's put the price.
Oh here. Oh no. Yeah. Oh, that's an angry
Yeah,
light
you can
there.
only afford the blue lights for a good solid 10
it's
seconds.
longer than that,
Big
and
lady.
we'll have to pay the royalty. Blue blood. So it is wattle.
Wattle. Okay.
Wattle.
Do I have to guess?
Do it for a
I
crack.
do. Well, it makes me think of mottled, which makes me think of so it's like a pattern or something, like an indentation maybe, or it also makes me think of violence. Like I'll fucking wattle you. I'll give you a fucking wattling.
What do you do?
Well, this is
There's
it.
a
We're trying to give
fucking
you.
lot about the
We're
place.
trying to give you words that you can use in replace of a swear word. So wattle. I thought. that-
What will you do
wank.
about it?
What do you do? What? I'm very good. We do that quite a lot, don't we? What do you do? My dad does this thing and it really triggers me. And then I realised that I do that thing now,
Bah.
where I would just be speaking to him about anything, and for the crack he would go, "What do you know?" So I would be like,
That's him admitting
Pink
defeat. as
Floyd
well.
are really good. Then when you go, "What do you know?" Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you know? What do you know? And it would fucking annoy me. And then now my kids said something the other day, and I was like, "What do you know?" And then I went, "Oh,
What was it they're saying that made you say it?
They were probably saying, "Can I have a drink or something, mummy?"
Sure,
Do you know
what
what
do
I mean?
you fucking know?
Like,
You're
yeah.
thirsty? What do you know about that?
Yeah,
Huh?
like
You don't know
"Mummy,
thirst.
You're not allowed to hit us. What do you know? Nah, I don't hit my kids or even really shout at them.
No, good. You
Because
don't beat them.
Happy days.
And that makes me a good parent. Yeah. I look after my kids. You're fucking meant to. You know what I mean? But yeah, wattle is I like this because a wattle is a flexible rod.
Okay. Oh.
Now, are you grabbing your wattle there, Simon, or are you genuinely suicidal?
Or is that just a breathing pattern? Yeah.
What'll I do about this?
Is that a breathing pattern in your
But it's-
pocket, or are you just happy to end your life?
Yes.
So-
Are you choking yourself or choking your chicken? Yes, and speaking of chickens, so it's a flexible rod like a hurdle. Or a wattle is the fleshy part under the throat of a cock or a turkey.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
A wattle. You know the way we...
Yeah, they got the
old
wee
people
ball
have
bag.
yeah, the ball bag of the face.
them. Yeah, so I'm just get away from me, you wattle.
Wee fucking wattle.
Not him.
That's like a ball root.
Yeah, it's a ball root.
Ball root's a good wee word, isn't it?
It really. So the origin was like something that was
Classic.
twined or woven together, hence the hurdle. A bag woven of stuff,
Mm,
or a bag on a cock's neck.
well, yeah.
So technically,
They really laid that
a
out for you there,
wattle
didn't they?
could be a ball bag is a wattle.
A ball bag is very much a wattle by the sound of things.
so-
Or an flexible rod, like you were saying there as well.
So you could be both the rod and the staff. You know what I mean? Like you could be the ball bag and
The ball
The shaft.
handler.
the shaft.
No, yeah. The
Why
ball
don't
handler.
you just get out of my face before I give you a quick, swift kick in the wattle, and you'll be waddling with your wattle. Yeah, I like.
Nice one. That's a good one.
It's good. Like, do you know what you call like see wee things like that?
Mm.
I like wee bits of trivia like that. So like, do you know
Oh,
what
aye.
you call the dot above the I,
No.
or a J, or a lowercase J?
Is it something? No, I'm thinking of an ampersand. Something else.
That's an ampersand.
The wee and, yeah.
It's funny how the name for the symbol that means and is longer than the word and.
Yeah, it's just,
Wow.
yeah, right enough.
And the word abbreviation is really fucking long.
That's really fucking long.
Like, what's going on with that? Anyways, the little dot above the I or the J is called the tiddle.
The tiddle. That's quite cute.
Yeah, it is,
Wee
isn't
tiddle.
it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
adorable.
Nice.
The tiddle. And
The tiddle and the wattle.
the tiddle and the wattle.
Nice.
So, what'll you do with the rest of your month? Have you got any gigs going on?
I do. I'm doing a solo show at the end of the year in the Black Box on the 28th of December.
Snaps for look, 28th of
Please.
December.
Please go to that. It's about 50% sold, so I'm happy enough so far.
Oh.
I can go
I'd
ahead.
say
with
you'll
it.
get a good crowd.
Aye, fingers crossed. Anyway,
Black Box
fingers
is a great
crossed.
wee venue.
Yeah, I love it. I love it as a place. It's great.
I'm also gigging in Le Mans Country Club on the 20th
Oh,
of
I saw
November.
that.
Competition!
Woo!
But sure, it's not because
No,
not even in the same city.
I know. Did you say no? December. I'm doing 20th December. I'm
So am
doing
I.
the. Oh right, I thought you said November. Never mind.
Sorry.
No, don't worry. Foxy. Apparently,
Go
there's.
see Luke.
I heard that they're going to announce there's like an SSE show with loads of big names on the 20th of December as well, and I'm like, can you all fuck off? Like,
There's like
let's
20
do it
odd of
for
us in
fucking
the
ages.
tour at the minute, isn't there?
There's what?
Yeah.
Many
No,
others.
I counted up about 13. There's about 13 people out in tour at the same time.
Fucking hell, there you go.
I was naturally just exaggerating there then. But yeah, 13.
But there's a work in
Magic number.
progress in Derry on the 28th of November, and that's pretty soon. And that is pay
Oh.
what you want. So you
Is
can buy a
that
ticket online.
Brickworks or Chicken Box?
Chicken box, yeah,
Ah,
and
Chicken
Bennigan's,
Box is
yeah, easy to fill,
great,
easy to fill.
great venue.
Just the way I like my
Some
women.
Brickworks too.
Yeah.
Easy to fill.
Easy to fucking fill.
Yeah, you can put a small one in there and it looks like, she's really...
She's
good.
gulping.
She's
Aye.
buzzing. Yeah,
She's having a conniption.
absolutely.
I-
So go see, look, what do you call the show?
Take it down to the wattle. It's called Journeyman. Fuck, I forgot the name for it there.
Journeyman.
Journeyman there. Just like in boxing, it's a term used for people who are good but never make it. You know.
Ah, there's actually a really interesting documentary series on YouTube
Oh,
or
yeah?
on Netflix called Losers,
Ah,
which
that's
is a really kind
I'll
of
look that up.
mean name, but it's all about people who were like really fantastic
Aye.
in their field, but just didn't happen to maybe take gold.
Yeah, see, I'm really interested in people like that. I think it's dead
Yeah.
interesting.
They're the real MVPs. They just never sucked anybody's dick to get where they're at. But yes, if you
Left
want
Harvey
to hear the story that Luke couldn't tell on the main episode, please consider subscribing to our Patreon. And for everybody that already does subscribe to our Patreon, sure, we fucking love you. Patreon, we call it. Thanking you very much. Tell you we can do that.
Bye.